For this lesson, let's get into our Lighthouses site. Open up Pages in the Files panel and double-click and open up our one page that we have, our humble page, if you will. We have an area for a title up there. We have 3 locked-in areas for images. So let's talk about bringing images in. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. Let's start with the Files panel. Now, if we go into the Files panel and open up the Images area by expanding by clicking here, we have these different lighthouses. Now, we can't see what they are in terms of a thumbnail, but if I want one of these over there, it's a simple matter of clicking it right here and dragging it over. Now, watch your insert point. Where do you want it? I want it right there. Let go. Here's our first lighthouse. Looks kind of nice, doesn't it? So we have one lighthouse. It fits like the proverbial glove because I plan the site out. The boxes are 220 by 400. All the images were designed 220 by 400. Now, if I come back over here again, we have something called an FPO, which is for placement only. And all it really is a graphic. It doesn't really even have to be the exact size, but you want to put it there because you want to eventually put another lighthouse there. Maybe you don't have it yet. So we can use the same procedure. We can grab it and drag it over like this and put it right in there. As you can see, it's not the exact size. That's fine because the box is locked in to 220 by 400. I know I need an image there. I just don't have it yet. Now let's move into the Assets panel, which is where I usually prefer to do this. And we have all of our different images here, but we get to look at them. We get to decide if we want it or not by seeing the thumbnail, and we can control the thumbnail size by coming here and making it bigger or smaller. I want that one here. Let me go ahead and click and drag it over and let go. Piece of cake. If you have planned the site out, and that's the big deal, your images are the right size, everything is going to work, it's almost drag and drop. Well, it isn't almost, it exactly is drag and drop. Now, what about that FPO? Well, I finally got the image that I want. It's this one right here, Fastnet. That's supposed to go there. Now, I could delete the FPO and bring it over, but let me show you another way to bring an image in. If I double-click on FPO, double-click it, it opens up by default the Images folder in your site, which is exactly where I want to be. And I can see the one I want right here. I can then come down here and say open. It will replace it. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now let's look at one more way. I have a heading that goes across the top. Content for ID, image title goes here. I do not need that text. So I'm going to come up here first. I'm going to delete that text. Just press the delete key. Now there are a couple of ways we can do this. Number one, we can drag it just the way we did. But sometimes dragging, it's difficult to get exactly the insertion point that you want. Now it's blinking where I want it to be, but maybe I'm having trouble dragging it over there. Let's just use that as an argument. If I decide I want it over there, I can select it here. I can right-click my mouse and go to Insert right down here, or I can select it here and click the Insert button. So let's come up here and select Heading 1. There it is. And go ahead and click Insert. And there you go. Lighthouses of the World, which is a graphic. We have 3 lighthouses. Very easy to put them in. But the reason all of this was easy is not some trick in me teaching this class. It's organization. It's knowing the sizes that you need and how you put it together. Now, that's not always going to be the case. We are going to talk about that too, where you have to make modifications. But if you plan the site out, you have everything you need. It's a question of then assembling it and designing it the way that's going to be pleasing to your clients. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go up to the word File and click Save. Yay. And let's go ahead and close out. And let's move on.